All right, y'all. It's me back again from my favorite place. I have my bonnet on, but I got a lot to talk about today because apparently the Heifer is trying to rebrand, trying to get ahead of Mr. Snowflake's documentary. I know she sent a lot of people to that older documentary, and I reminded people this morning about the Canadian horror story as well. Because Chantal, you can keep trying and failing to outrun the stuff that you've put on the internet, but these are your words being used against you. And I know, oh, cam up when you do it. Show your whole body when you do that in a fit bang. Get on a scale. She always moves the goalpost, so it's best not to even indulge her toddler like antics, with the exception of critiquing the stuff she does. Now, as you know, I'm a fan of several reactors who do watch her entire thing at time to time, pinpoint and stuff, giving constructive criticism, which is guided and protected by fair use heifer. But I always love it when one of my favorite editors condenses her nonsense down to a watchable level. And Marley Hendrix, who absolutely is one of my favorites, got it down to under 6 minutes. So we're going to watch and react to her rebranding. Girl, I can't. I'm going to get it fired up because her ridiculous knows no bounds and it's fun to call her out.
Well, hello, guys.
Shut up. You know, it's not about avoiding criticism. Criticism is supposed to help a person grow. Criticism is supposed to help you see what you're putting out there and what you can correct to make it better. What Chantal fails to understand is she just only wants compliments for her awful, abhorrent behaviors, and nobody's playing that game anymore, Heifer. Your support group, as you tried to form, are full of people that are going to help tank you faster than you know. And this calling yourself Miriam, you're still going to be Foodie Beauty. You're not transforming yourself, Heifer, no matter how high you put the Timu table.
How are you? How are you? Welcome to dinner time with Foodie Beauty. So under the table, I have my.
When is it not dinner time with Foodie Beauty? It's always her alleged first meal of the day. She's always having it on camera, but we're supposed to play along with this heifer's fantasy. I won't, but it is what it is.
My cat waiting to have some chicken with me, and this is a meal.
First off, I hate interrupting yet again, but honestly, you're not missing much. Do not feed your pets restaurant table scraps. I know some people might want to fight me on this, but A, it gives your pets a bad idea that anytime you're eating something that they're entitled to it. B, the food is not made for pet consumption. The sodium and other things they use to make the food taste good to us humans aren't good for your pet's digestive system. There's something to say about somebody who legitimately tries to portray herself as a good pet mom and then does stuff like this. It's sickening.
That, you know how I had that big weight loss when I was like in bed.
You did not have a big weight loss in bed. Stop trying to copy me, Heifer. Do you realize there's a difference between being in the hospital, being on both a controlled diet, doing physical therapy to get my calcium levels up, and actually losing weight that way, versus just laying in bed, having your man Scatbot Uber over food for you? You did not lose 22 kgs or 10 kgs, which is supposed to be 22 pounds. You're a liar with liabetes. Look at that juice. French fries, chicken, pita bread. The only thing that looks remotely healthy is that salad, but she goops that up. And a large portion of hummus, which is normally a healthy dip in small portions. But this heifer never does anything in small portions. And then she wants the attention of people like me picking it apart. But you shouldn't need me to tell you, Miss Diabetes type 2, that this is not good for you. The sodium, the sugar, none of that. Especially the carbs in that pita.
And you know, people were like, "Well, you can't lose weight when you're in bed." Yeah, you can. I
You honestly can't, unless you are totally not eating, which she already disproved that she was eating this shit, which she keeps saying over and over in bed. So there's no fucking way she lost weight. And I know the Sala, who probably never had to like deal with her level eating, since he's allegedly the ones that orders this shit for her, understands that being immobile and just shoveling this in you and not moving and burning it off is not going to lose her 22 kg. And if she is losing weight while still binging like this, because this is a fucking binge, then she's got a problem. And that is not a good thing. Point blank.
I was eating healthy stuff like this. This was my big meal of the day, basically. Has hummus with olive oil on top.
And I didn't notice this earlier, but there's another little right there. Just a little tray of extra food. I guess that's her backup sandwich or whatever. She is just a whole constant mess. And it's infuriating that she'll go to people's community tabs like mine. She'll stalk reactor streams. She'll see those of us who are really doing the thing and dropping the weight and can visibly show that we're dropping weight without any tricks, without any filters, without any of the bullshit that she tries to do. Sure, I'm in my bed, and I like being in my bed when I do these calling out the heifers, but it doesn't negate the fact that I'm 34 pounds down. I was cleared to exercise a few days ago, and I got to it. Fit bongs, once I am feeling confident enough with them, will come back, heifer. Because I believe that it's more interesting to ride my bike, lift my weights, and talk my talk than to shovel copious amounts of food in my face for views. And that's the difference between you and I. I can be interesting without having to kill myself.
You get a pickle plate. I'm going to give these greens to Howie. This is the fattoush salad, and I just sprinkle.
So that's what she meant by the pickle plate, because I was like, what is she talking about? Her? I was half listening because I knew she was going to be chewing. But if she believes that we believe that she's giving that to the hamster number 169 instead of eating it off screen, I got a bridge in Brooklyn that I could sell you pretty cheap, high suspension.
I think there's a bit of olive oil on it, and then I just sprinkle the lemon on it, and it's so good. Yeah.
I hate when she gets the weird manic voices. I know she thinks she's being a personality, you're being a glutton. Your personality is not funny, and you're doing this for your feeders, so eat, girl, eat, because we know that's all you want to do. That's your true love.
Half of a chicken, rotisserie chicken, a few fries, some bread, and some fresh strawberry juice.
Diabetes.
Yeah,
don't
so
like
first
that.
let me give my chicken some cat. Let me give my cat some chicken. Baby cat, say bismillah.
What kind of Freudian slip is that? Once again, please don't give your pets human food on purpose unless you cook it yourself. You do not put seasoning. There are certain foods they can eat, like eggs unseasoned, chicken unseasoned. You must cook them. Please do not give your pets raw stuff. This is stuff I learned as a pet mom, along with being a human mom as well. You do not want your babies to suffer internalized distress because their gastrointestinal system is fucked up by this literal restaurant food. But feed my chicken a cat? What? She's a case study.
She actually likes the breast meat more too. It's weird. Here. Come.
Why did she jump cut it? Because she knew. She didn't really give that cat anything, and that's why people were going to speculate that the cat's not there, but the cat is there. And sadly, it's mirroring Chantal's life. She's shoveling the wrong amounts of food at Julia while Salah is off doing whatever the heck he wants as a deadbeat pet dad. And it's really sad, but only because we're looking at it from the outside looking in. By the time this heifer finally gets that contract annulled by him, when he finally says enough is enough and finds a new pay pig, I don't hear jack shit about how he left you and the cat languishing, because honestly, no sympathy for you, heifer, but all the sympathy for Julia.
Come. Some pita bread. I love fresh pita breads.
You don't need it.
Man. Instead of croutons, they basically put like crunchy pita pieces.
So
They also
more
give you
pita.
choom, which is like a garlic sauce. Oh, this fattoush. I wanted to kind of talk about.
You always talking about stupid shit. So you needed an extra garlicky sauce with hummus, which is a chickpea mash. You needed the sugary drink, the whole ass chicken, which more than one person could have ate on. I don't care that you don't understand portions, Heffa. It is the truth. There is way more than enough food for one person. The only potentially healthy thing is the salad, and like I said, she always Chantal's up everything. So even when something starts healthy, it doesn't end that way.
Something I've been reflecting on again. You know where sometimes you are scrolling and you see just a good piece of advice at the right time, kind of like when I was in Cuba.
You get your diet advice, your weight advice, not your financials, because you're still a broke ass bitch who complains about how can I be broke and then funding my husband's lifestyle. Do you not understand that the moment you gave him control of your YouTube money, that sealed the deal for him having control over your finances? You are struggling. And then you talk about money doesn't matter and don't pick on Boogie because how dare you, even though he's the one who legitimately approved of a documentary to get sympathy. And all it did was tell us that he wasted almost $1 million on frivolous shit. So no sympathy for him, no sympathy for you, and you can still be a broke ass bitch using all your coins to keep a man who wants to poop on another lady and grape her with a cross in the Bible. Because I'm never, ever gonna let you forget that, no matter how much you try to rebrand or change, which again is a part of the Chantal cycle. Once again, thank you for reminding me of Canadian Horror Story. It had been a few years since I had seen it because I didn't really understand it the first time I watched. And now that I know you and I watched it, a lot of things click. You have been like this for a full 7 years and you're never going to change. And I love that for us.
And I was having a meltdown. And I was like, what am I doing here?
She not.
You know, I had a lot going on in my personal life. And I didn't know if I was going to make it.
You always have a lot going on in your personal life. Stop trying to fish for sympathy. Your beezers are the only ones who care at this point. What tragedy that you're stuck in this Kuwaiti fart box by yourself most of the time. You're in a contract marriage so you can stay there, miss. You don't know the rules. If we weren't married, all you need is them fake contract papers under that weird law where he can declare you his wife. I love doing the finger quotes. And as long as you have that, you can stay there. He can pretend to stay there while he's not really staying there. You know, we pick up what y'all put down, whether you want us to or not. Your lack of chemistry was already telling. But the fact of the matter is, you were sitting in that man's gaming chair, not even in the gaming room anymore, eating at the Timu table, thinking that it hides you well enough. And like I said, anybody can say anything about me laying in my bed, just critiquing you. I still exercise. I still do what I can because I don't ever want to be 500 pounds again. But you're cruising for that 600-pound life, whether you want to admit it or not. Holy crap, they already recommend it. That's the only bad thing about following reactors who condense their stuff down. All my browser history went from like my true crime, which I heard she laughed at. I'm not even going to get into that. She's always been an insensitive heifer, to this shit. I don't even get the restoration videos that I used to get recommended anymore. And I'm hoping that Odd Tinkering's still doing new videos because I really like watching him.
And I was trying to find a way back home early. And I stopped going on social media. It said, the first thing I did when I opened my phone, it was like, you can't escape God's plan for you. After having done a lot of community posts that I always delete.
It's not just mind-numbing, it's a lie. She says God's plan for her. Is it God's plan for you to eat yourself to a diabetic coma? Is it God's plan for you to continue to fake this marriage? To what? Because you ain't sticking it to us. You literally are chaining yourself to a man who has a poop and grape fetish. You are not allowed to act like this is all a test for you because it's a self-inflicted test. Nobody asked you to run to Kuwait. Nobody asked you to try to make this man eye candy. Nobody asked you to stay with him after he totally disrespected you online with a former beezer and fat shamed you. But you keep doing this and saying it's God's test for you And I would love to know what deity would ever make a test this literally shitty.
Addressing things that were said by people who don't know shit and who don't.
I know your man likes shit. I know your man talked about eating somebody's booty for 8 hours. This is all stuff that is online, Heffa. You say we don't know shit. It don't take much for somebody who overshared for years. Just because you're trying this pious private act now doesn't mean there isn't enough ammunition to both diagnose you, both out what your relationship really is. You're just mad because we are not indulging in your superficial fantasies. That's not going to happen.
Are not deserving of any kind of explanation or of me trying to defend myself.
We don't need you to explain or defend yourself, because nothing you can say will sway those of us who have had years compacted, especially for somebody new like me, from archives. Since you like to dirty delete, since you like to hide from your true self until you rage, there is absolutely nothing you can say in your defense right now. Unless you're willing to go get help for all of your problems, this is nothing to me. You're not going to phase any of us because it's been done. You can just go to last year watching you be defiant like this again. Nothing anybody says matters. That's why I got to do. And it was way longer than the 5 minutes that Marley lovely condensed this down. You know, when somebody's unbothered, they don't do stuff like this, Heffa. They just don't.
Myself. You want more? So the first thing I see today is, I know I have a lot of cat hair all over me, but
she's not feeding Julia that chicken, and I agree, Marley. That's why she keeps jump cutting. You know I had to jump cut yesterday when we were trying to get kiddo's PC working the way we wanted it to, so that he didn't lose his schoolwork. But there's a difference between jump cutting to do parental stuff and jump cutting to pretend like you're feeding the cat something that you probably shouldn't have been feeding her in the first place. I guess she's finally learning how to use OBS, but she's still not doing it correctly, and it's hilarious.
If you don't want to be criticized, never say or do anything, which we all know is true to my case, because
you already barely say and do anything relevant anyway. You don't have a viable job, even though you keep trying to say it's YouTube. You don't contribute to the society that you mooch off of, whether it's in Canada or now in Kuwait. If you said nothing and just ate, you give your feet or something, but you would still not be cleared of criticism, Chantal. You have put too much negative out there. And I wish you would finally understand that until you start really countering with actual positive, and not just to get a pat on your hijabby head. And the cat hair thing, wash your clothes. Like, I am a cat mom, and I ain't never had cat hair on my stuff. You are insane. There are lint brushes. There are actual washer and dryers that you can use. There are tactics you can use to not be sloppy. But we know you don't do housework at all. Because you probably make
if I don't want to be criticized on this platform, I really shouldn't just even be online. I should say nothing, do nothing. Because as you know, no matter what I do or say, I get criticized for it. So
Epiphany, though, she turns it into perpetual victimhood again. Yeah, if you think that you will be above criticism, which once again you're not, because you've left way too much of a dirty trail of your life and your failures and your relationships and your eating habits. But if you decided to just stop, of course we couldn't really critique the new stuff, but there will always be people fascinated by how destructive you have been with your life unnecessarily, Heffa.
What I need to focus on is not taking the bait and not answering to any of the accusations or drama. I've seen so many disgusting lies.
She will. I can't wait. This is why a lot of us can't wait for Mr. Snowflake's docuseries to drop. Because she says she's not going to, but we all know, as Moore used to say, that's a lie.
Told about me in regards to my abuse story, and I'm just like, why am I defending myself against these people? Like, why?
Not only did she contradict herself, but I'm telling you again, former victim to survivor to alleged victim and continue guilt tripper, sufferer, user of the alleged abuse as a weapon instead of making herself stronger from it. the math ain't mathing. It ain't mathing that you can attack other domestic violence sufferers. It seems to be a joke for you when somebody is SA'd because the person who SA'd them's name is funny. You legitimately provided a false statement of knowing where Crack Demon was when he was allegedly doing a horrible act. And then you walked it back because you were like, well, I never said and I didn't know. And now it's, well, he abused me, so of course I believed him. And it's like, you spin your yarns, but none of us have to weave your lies for you. You cannot keep making this shit up and expecting everybody to be on your side. This is some serious shit that went down, and you inserted yourself in it on the wrong side, no matter what you try to say.
People are irrelevant to my life. Let them talk. Who cares?
We're irrelevant, but you did this. We're irrelevant, but you're literally sitting there shoveling copious amounts of food in your face, big mad as usual, Miriam. Ugh.
Apologize for going to the police station and like just doing the police report to begin with. Like I feel like my intentions weren't clean with it. Nader has never beaten me, so
like I said, I know the mindset I was in when I was going through it. The denial when even my closest friends were starting to see the signs, seeing how I was being literally kept away from them, seeing how miserable I had become, especially towards the end of the relationship. I know that not everybody in such situations acts the same, but there is a damn difference between just not saying anything while you're suffering and outright denying anything is going on YouTube. You're sick. And I know I'm irrelevant, but what you are is a liar. And here's your own words right back at you. Once again, like I said, I don't use the forums that this information got on, but I am glad that they archived all your stuff.
Did I ever say he beat me? No, I never said that.
The real people who know me and support me will never believe their crap. And that's it. So who cares?
You mean Smee? Because right now, at this point, if they ain't blood related to you and they believe you, they're dumb. There's no proper way to say it. If you believe the lies that come out of this heifer's mouth when she is archived, contradicting herself, archived, just completely 360ing her story to whoever she can get sympathy out of, you are fucking dumb, and I don't have anything nice to say about you. I don't care.
And that, the who cares part, it's not that I care what these people think about me. I feel like I need to answer, and it's like sometimes,
You feel like you need to answer because you're chronically online. You have no friends. Your partner's not there. The cat can't talk back to you even though you talk at her until she hisses at you. You have no life, heifer. That's why you can spend copious amounts of time when you're not shoveling copious amounts of food in your face, looking up anything that has to do about you and getting mad about it and raging about it. And trust me, after FFG's chat tonight, I'm sure you're going to rage again. Unfortunately for me, I'm going to have to dip early because I do my Bonnet Chronicles, and we're going to be talking about Black history, which is way more fun for me than watching you eat yourself into a comatose state. Heifer.
It's like, no you don't, Chantal. You don't have to acknowledge these people even exist. Because I feel like that's what they live for, to trigger me.
It's not about triggering you. But, I mean, it is kind of fun that you rage so predictably. The fact that you're that narcissistic that you think that people just live to trigger you, if you didn't watch, you wouldn't be triggered. Especially your little cheerleader who likes to use people's sound bites to get you raged up. If you don't want to be mad, pay people no attention. You know that we are going to critique you. You know we're going to pick your life apart. But yet you sit there acting all mad that you cannot control our opinions on you. That's life, heifer.
Let people make up the lies. Let people say what they want. Let people make documentaries. Whatever.
It's not lies. Marley literally just played your own words back again. So, I don't know what lies. If you mean the speculation that sometimes people do for fun, it's not lies when it ends up being the truth. For fuck's sake, lady.
Did I ever say he beat me? No, I never said that.
Because whether you realize it or not, whether you think you're giving me bad attention,
we've been trying to tell you this for years, dummy. We've been trying to tell you that the only reason why your channel is still relevant is because reaction channels still find you an oddity to watch. You are like our carnival show. And the more you continue this cycle, the funnier it becomes. So keep being the clown that you are, whether it's mean or me to say that, because I have seen the buzzins that, oh, the critiquers are just too mean, and that's why I have to side with her. You have to side with somebody who lied about abuse. Even though the person she lied on is an abuser and an awful person, I would never fucking defend him no matter what. She uses financial trapping. She finds people to emotionally, financially, and maybe even physically manipulate. She tantrums unless she gets her way food-wise. It has to be a literal fucking nightmare being partnered with somebody like this. Yet you want to defend her against those of us who critique the stuff she puts on the internet. Go off, heifers. Good luck to yous.
You're still giving my channel attention, so that's how I'm going to look at it.
Yeah, make that money the only way you can. Being a glutton and having us point out you're a glutton, and having trolls come and give you super chats every once in a while so that you can keep doing what you're doing. But like I said, once again, showing you the wrist difference, the finger difference that she really loves, absolutely loves to bring that up now that I've showed her with my recent weight loss, the clear difference, you know? And like I said, people wear abayas all the time. I've seen plenty of Muslim women. I've grown up in a very multicultural area in NYC. You can still see the damage Chantal has done to her body. There's absolutely no way she lost 22 kg. Where did she lose it? On her ankles? Because there's absolutely no difference in her hands and her wrists at all. And I know she likes to tease other heifers, myself included, about still being big. Yeah, I'm big, but I'm actually doing a thing. You're sitting there shoveling food in your face and saying, well, you just don't show it. I don't show it because I don't do it. That is way too much fucking food.
That's all I can do. In reality, they don't have any power in what they say or do to me unless...
Apparently we do, because you're doing shit like this. Like, if we didn't have any power over your emotions or your feels, you would not be talking about us. You'd be shoveling food in your face and talking about your interests. Oh, she can't talk about her interesting day, huh? She can't talk about what she does at home because she does nothing, huh? I mean, my day was interesting. The boys didn't completely mow down all the cookies I baked for them. The house is clean. The pets are happy, both the barn cats and the house cat. I am working on the book off and on. I was helping moderate one of my friend's streams. Really trying to get back into the swing of things. You know, I think being a homebody might seem boring to some, but if you have interesting things going on in your life, especially creative stuff, you can make things fun. But she can't make things fun without debasing herself. She really must have a humiliation fetish.
I let it affect me. That's all I want to say. Obviously, we go around in circles with this because I haven't learned the lesson properly yet. I'm going to try again. Just focus on what's important. So yeah, I ate this meal. Pretty much everything.
Focus on what's important, and she goes right to the meal because food is always important. But the only person that's ever been important in Chantal's life is Chantal. She is a manipulator. She runs from her problems by changing her name on YouTube, trying to get ahead of the documentaries and us reactors who call out her stuff nonsense. It isn't going to work, and she will be back to her defiant self again, mukbanging, do whatever she wants until the inevitable end. Because if she's not going to take care of her health, I'm not going to pretend like I don't see crystal clear what her future entails. She thinks she's making it to 84 like this. Yeah, okay.
Every day. I was healing in bed. Salah would bring me this table and set it up for me.
Exactly.
Just did this meal.
She ate that every day. And Salah, thinking that he's helping her, allegedly, because, you know, you got to take everything she says as a lie. Because it all the time is. But even if he thought he was ordering her a healthy meal, since he wasn't there to portion it out for her, he doesn't realize that that's way too much food for one person.
I would eat most of the salad. Usually,
Yeah.
Salah and I would have a whole chicken we would share.
You're on lunch now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I actually got on time today.
Oh, all right. Because you normally come around 4.
Yeah. Finish everything.
Yeah, it's not a long edit, so.
Yeah, no, I got a call chat in once help or something.
Okay. I hope he enjoys the controller. I really wanted him to.
Oh, don't worry. You'll enjoy it when I'm kicking his ass.
Y'all are so competitive. Oh my goodness.
With hummus and salad.
Thank you, Marley. That's all she does. She eats a bunch of food. She talks about a bunch of food. She eats a bunch of food. She tells us that she's not mad at us. She eats a bunch of food. She uses Julia as kitty bait for sympathy. It is really crazy the way this heifer behaves, and she wants no critique. Even those of us who actually put ourselves out there with our work and with ourselves, we're subjected to critique, heifer. It is up to us whether that critique hurts our feelings or motivates us to keep moving forward and do better. I asked people for their opinions on the sound the last time. Plenty of people heard it, but I was low. You were loud. They had to adjust, and I want to fix that. It helps when you interact genuinely with the people who watch you. But you can't do that. All you want people to do is pat you on the head for overeat, and then that's not going to happen.
Because it kind of like bothers me that people, that my image without hijab is out there, but my hair is it's different than.
You were younger then. You put it out there, so get over yourself. I honestly do not even understand what you're talking about, your image without the hijab. There's no newer pictures of you without the hijab. That's why you can lie about it being your fluffy, luxurious hair. Is that because you've been watching a lot of us who dyed our hair and has put new pictures up? I know Dookie Doe did a pretty purple. Savage Vegas Baby's doing I think she's doing the same purple raid as me. I'm not sure Savage Vegas, but I can't wait to see the color. I went purple again because after my health scare, I was like, nope, no shame in my game. It's time to get this mane looking nice. But you can't show us stuff like that, can you, Chantal? You can only lie about flax seeds and other bullshit about your follicles. And I will not help you with my hair care routine because it's not meant for your hair type. Sorry. Bloop.
Than what it was. So, anyway, it's kind of like you haven't seen my hair.
It really is. Oh my god. She's like a live action Kirby.
I'm done. That will last a few days.
Bullshit. She's gonna drink that thing like it's fucking the KFC gravy again. I know that she does this to not break the TOS about her bed disorder. But you ain't fooling those of us who know you, who got your number, heifer.
Anyway, I guess that's it for this video. I'm gonna try again to I don't care. And honestly,
you know what? Marley did an amazing edit, but hearing her talk about how she don't care after that amazing display of chicken carnage, along with knowing that the moment that camera's off, she's going to drink that hummus, polish off that little bit of juice, and suck down those pickles. Calling yourself by a new name isn't going to stop what comes your way. And I still think Mr. Snowflake is going to be more than fair to you, especially in the beginning, because you do have things that people can sympathize with, but you also have a lot more things that people can scorn you for. But I'm going to wrap this up, y'all. I will be back later on tonight at 7 on Twitch for our live Bonnet Chronicles. Once again, it's going to be about Black History Month. So tune in if you want. There will be a little bit of drama in the beginning because I want to call out some spoutable people that tried it this week and failed. But other than that, I am going to go enjoy it. It's 50 degrees. Oh, okay. We are going to get ready to do planting season here, and I am looking forward to it. Got the seeds out. We're going to get the sprouts ready. There is just so much on the horizon that I'm looking forward to with this new clean bill of health, with the ability to exercise and stuff again. I can't understand why this heifer thinks the world revolves around her, but it is funny reminding her of how fail her life is. I will see you again soon, y'all. Maybe even tomorrow if y'all are lucky. I am hoping to start the YouTube live, and I'm still not sure on the process besides just directly going live for the first time. I'm going to figure it out though, because unlike this heifer, I don't mind learning new things. But I will see you soon. I'm jabbering. I'm going to go off now and enjoy 50 freaking degrees. That is like summertime here. We're in the tundra. See you all soon, though.